Let's be honest, payroll isn't always smooth sailing and things can get complicated, especially with the global workforce. Mistakes happen, like missing a bonus or forgetting to update a salary raise. That's where retro pay and back pay come into play. The challenge? Payroll practices, tax rules, and compliance requirements vary dramatically across countries. But don't worry, with retro pay and back pay, these become one less headache for you. In this video, we'll break down what retro pay and back pay are, how to calculate them, and the best practices to stay compliant, no matter where in the world your team is. So let's dive in. First, let's clarify the difference. Retro pay is the correction of a previously underpaid amount. It's the difference between what an employee should have received and what they actually received. For example, if a salary increase was delayed or a bonus was emitted in error, you would owe retro pay to correct the mistake. Back pay, on the other hand, is compensation for payments that were entirely missed. This could include unpaid overtime or wages owed after wrongful termination. Both are critical for maintaining trust, compliance, and employee satisfaction, and they require swift action. So how do we calculate them? For retro pay, you want to calculate the portion of the employee's salary you should have paid and compare it to what they actually received. So let's say an employee's salary was raised from $60,000 to $72,000, but the change wasn't reflected for a year. That difference is $12,000. If they're paid monthly, divide $12,000 by 12 months and you would owe $1,000 in retroactive wages for each missed month. Back pay is a little simpler. Say you forgot to include a $100 bonus in an employee's last paycheck. You would just add that amount to their next payroll. But keep in mind, both retro pay and back pay are considered supplemental wages, which have specific tax implications. And here's where things can get tricky. Tax rules. In the US, how you pay retro pay or back pay impacts the income tax you withhold. In Australia, back pay is taxed as part of income, with the tax rate depending on when the money is paid. For global teams, the safest bet is to consult a local tax advisor to ensure compliance with local labour laws and tax obligations. Regulatory compliance. Keeping up with local laws which may dictate time limits or penalties for retro payments. In Australia, employees can claim unpaid wages for up to 6 years from the date of unemployment, whereas in France, employees only have 3 years to make the claim. Best practices can help you minimise the impact of payroll errors. Keep accurate records. Document all pay adjustments and the reasons behind them. Audit payroll processes regularly. Proactively identify and correct errors before they manifest into retro payments. Double check your calculations. Use automated systems where possible, but always review your numbers. Resolve issues quickly. Delays can lead to dissatisfaction or legal challenges. Communicate transparently. Be upfront with employees about adjustments and reassure them their concerns are a priority. Managing payroll can be challenging, especially when dealing with retro pay, back pay, and global compliance. Mistakes are inevitable, but how you handle them, that makes all the difference. By understanding these concepts, calculating accurately, staying on top of tax rules, and following best practices, you can build trust and keep your team happy. To save you from any compliance headaches, consult with local payroll experts or partner with a provider that will help keep you on top of these things. Have a specific payroll question or scenario? Drop it in the comments and I'd love to help. Remember, clear communication and a proactive approach are your best tools for navigating payroll complexities.